So here it is simple function calling, right? In a simple function calling, what I do, I have a int main. This main is say main is having few statements to get executed, and it is calling a function add. Once I go to add function, what happens? Add is again calling executing few statements and calling to a multiplication function, right? So once I'm at this position, what am I supposed to? I'm supposed to jump to this multiplication function, right? So I will be jumping to this multiplication function. What does this multiplication do? It again execute few statements and it calls the division function. So the place where it has called the division function, it has to jump to the division function. So it will be jumping to here division function. Division function is again executing few statements, right? It has not called anybody, so the complete division function has been executed successfully. Once this division function is executed successfully, what will happen? It will come back to my the place from where I have called this division function, right? It will come back to a place from where I have called this division function. So I'm back to the division now. So here this statement will execute and this multiplication will be over. Once this function will be over, I will be going back to the place from where this function has called. So this is the place from where it has been called, right? And then once I reach here, it will be executing the next statements and my function, it will be executing the next statement and this particular function will be over at this place. Once this function is getting executed completely at this place, where it has to return to? It has to return to the place where from where it has called. It has been called, right? So it has called from here, so it will be returning back over here, and that is my main. Again, it will be executing few statements if they are there, and then my main function is over, so it is going back to my compiler, right? So this is how my functions are getting called. Now one question to all of you is, from where do I get a reference of going back again to the position from where it has been called, राइट? जैसे कि मेरा ये ऐड फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट करना खत्म हो गया, अब मुझे यहाँ वापस जाना है, ये कैसे पता चलता है? कैसे पता चलता है बताओ? इसका एग्जीक्यूशन खत्म हो गया, राइट? माय एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ ऐड इज ओवर हियर, राइट? सो आई एम सपोज टू गो बैक टू द प्लेस फ्रॉम वेयर इट हैज बीन कॉल्ड, right? So how do I know which place I'm supposed to go back to? Does anybody know the answer of this? Okay, so again I will give you, we'll go again from the start. So I'm at main, यहाँ पे एक function को call हो रहा है, right? So what am I supposed to do is I am supposed to save my current state of a program on the top of the stack. Are you getting this? I am supposed to save my current state of a program on the top of the stack. Say this is my stack, correct? Say this is my stack. Now what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to save the current state of program at the top of the stack. So current state is main. So which is, see, currently my stack is empty. There is nothing in my stack, right? So I am saving my current state of a program on the top of a stack. And now my program counter switches to the calling function. So now my program counter will go to this add, right? So it starts executing the add. Once after execution of the half of the add function, what it has encountered? Okay, there is a call of multiplication, right? There is a call to a multiplication. Again, there is a switch. So once my program counter is supposed to switch to another function, what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to save the current state of program again on the top of the stack. So current state of program is my add, which is again saved at the top of the stack, correct? Or फिर I will jump to the multiplication function, or my program counter is going to refer to the multiplication function. Now I will come to the multiplication function, right? Here again I will be executing few statements, and what I encounter again? Oh, my multiplication is again calling to some another function called as a division function, right? So now my program counter is supposed to jump. My program counter is supposed to switch the current execution, Right now, once it is supposed to switch to current execution, my current states are supposed to get saved somewhere. Because I'm supposed to return back to given position, so I need to save the current state of my program. So where I will be saving the current state of a program? Again, I will be saving the current state of a program on the top of the stack. Are you getting this? Again and again I'm saying saving on the top of the stack, right? And at this position I will be jumping to the division, right? So once I jump to the division, what my division is do now, my program counter is pointing to the division. Correct. So I am at this position. My division function will be executed one by one. So my statements in the division functions are executed and my division is over. Once my division is over, where am I supposed to go back? How my program counter know where am I supposed to go back? Here I will be popping the top of the stack. I will be popping the top of the stack. So push and pop. So अभी हम pop कर रहे हैं. What I will be pop? I will be popping to a top of the stack, and that's the reason the stack is a last in first out. So जो last in है वो first out हो जाएगा, because I am supposed to go back to the recent calling function, right? So I will be coming back to this multiplication function, right? I will be popping that particular reference. Now that all reference of current execution will be stored on the top of will be there. The program counter will be initialized with the pointing to the multiplication function from where it has called to the division, and it will execute this all. Once this multiplication is over, what am I supposed to do? Again, pop I will be pop out the top of the stack. So I will be pop out the content of the calling of the addition function, right? So I am returning to this addition reference. So once this is over, what am I supposed to do? I will pop the content of the top of the stack. So main reference will be popped out, and from here my execution will stop. So till the stack is empty, I'm supposed to pop the content, right? And this is how the stack is used in a function calling. Are you getting this? How the stack is used in a function calling? This is how the stack is used in a function calling. Now imagine about the recursive functions. I want to tell you about the recursive function. Now what happens in the recursive function? You go back to this particular example, right? What I'm doing, fact of 4, fact of 3, fact of 2, fact of 1, right? So what am I supposed to do in this fact of 4, fact of t and all? I will show you again. Okay, so what I'm doing here, so here my stack is getting push, stack push हो रहा है. क्या क्या push हो रहा है stack पे? Fact of, first there will be fact of 5 is getting push, then I am getting fact of 4, then I am getting fact of 3, then I am getting fact of 2, then I'm getting fact of 1, right? Now once I reach to the fact of 1, it is my base condition, right? It is my base condition. Oh, okay, I'm so sorry, I have written it in the wrong manner. So I will be having stack of oh, sorry, fact of 5, then I will have a fact of 4, fact of 3, fact of 2, and fact of 1, right? So like this I will be having the stack push one by one. So whatever is my latest, so fact of 1 is my base condition, so I will be getting the answer of 1 over here, right? And then I will start popping the facts test stack, right? Once I reach to the base condition, I start get doing the stack pop. So I'll be taking out the element one by one. So I will calculate a fact of 1, which is going to be 1. Then fact of 2 will be popped. So that reference will be popped. That particular function will be executed. Fact of 3 will be popped, fact of 4, and then fact of 5. So this is how my stack is getting utilized in a recursive function. Now just imagine if I have a factorial of say 1000, 1000. I want to find out the fact of 1000. Then how many stack entries will be there? 999, 999 stack entries will be there, right? Imagine I have a fact of 1 lakh. So I will be having a stack entries of 1 lakh. and then retrieving one by one, each entry one by one. And that's the reason I say this recursive functions are bit slower, because I have to go on stack, pick, first I have to save the things on the stack and then pick out things from the stack, right? So it is bit slower. And this is what is the overhead of a repeated functions in the recursive functions, right? Recalling the repeated functions in the recursive procedures, right? Because you are saving every reference on the stack and then popping that every reference from the stack, so it is going to be a overhead. And that's the reason we always get a stack crash or stack overloaded or a stack full condition in the recursive cases, because it may be the condition that you're calling, you are the n for that particular recursive functions may be a huge number, and for that many amount you are saving the things on the stack and then popping it. So it may be the case that your stack memory is over by that time, and you won't get any chance of again using the stack memory. And that's the reason we get a stack full condition for the recursive processes, right? So I hope you understood how these recursive processes are overhead, or how the stack is used in a recursive process, or how the recursive processes are slow. So this is what I want to explain you, like how the stack is getting utilized in the recursive processes.